Hi guys, this is Marie Mac and I'm back to show you a flip through of a junk journal that I decided to join in a swap over on Facebook on Junk Journal Junkies, and it was a vintage sewing theme. And so I had these magazines that were needlecraft magazines from 1917 through 1923 that I had found out from a garage sale, and so I thought those would be good to use. And I do have some downloads in here and some original advertisements that I've used for tags and things like that. So you can kind of see on here, starts at 1917, and then this here is just a few things that I have put together here. There was a couple of spots here because it is almost 100-year-old papers, so I had to put some things there. And then I almost didn't join this swap because one of the requirements was that you had to make a charm, and I cannot make charms. I have tried, and I told someone that I said that their chunky charm made mine look anorexic. So anyway, this here is my charm, and I apologize for the person who gets this charm. If they want to disassemble it and redo it, you know, no hard feelings, because I can't get in there and get it gripped, and then my patience wears thin. And then so this is back. It talks about a needlework contest and who the judges will be. And then this here, this is Mighty Chunky, and this is, I just did the hitch post, I think that's what you call it, and the little eyelets. And this was made, this is from my Sephora bag on the inside. And I'm just going to kind of go through some of the journal and then flip through the rest. Like I said, all the inside, these are the original papers, and then I just made a pocket. And my signatures are that I hold the papers in. The coffee dyed papers are from Tsunami Rose, and I believe it's the Charming Fragments is what that is. This here is a download, and I just made a little journal, and then this is in the back. It has maybe 6-8 pages, something like that. And then on this page here is, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this, when I was doing my mom's mini album, I would test out which stitching I wanted on her photo mats and things like that, and tags. And I just had this in my scrap drawer, and I made a tuck spot out of it. And this here is an original from the book, or one of the magazines. This is a vintage necklace, and these are just from Hobby Lobby. This here I found at my thrift store, and it's vintage, the pins. And this writing here, it was already on there, and I didn't want to erase it and run it. And then this was the download. This here is We Are Memory Keepers punch that makes the doily. This here is an original from the book, or the magazines, and I just sewed it, and I flipped it over to make a pocket here. And then some of these are from Tsunami Rose, and I made some tickets out of, tags, out of some papers that I had in my stash. This right here is a glassine bag with, for me, if I put something on here and then stamp it like some paper, it tends to stand open more. So there's just some papers and some goodies in there, some downloads, and a tag that I made with some material on it, stamping there. This is, of course, from a pattern, and this is kind of what I based some of the colors off of. This is just a page stamping on it. This is a tracing paper so you can write on it. Again, Tsunami Rose, another download. Little pocket top there. This here is a little Crafty Irene. It's the first one I ever made, so I just the other day I just stuck it on there. It's from the Tim Holtz sewing embossing folder. This here is the Prima Doll stamp. Oh, I don't know what you call it. It's this here. This here is just another page with Tsunami Rose and some buttons, getting some papers. Here's the middle of the signature. I chose to leave the strings hanging, and I cut out pieces of material and Mod Podged them and made little hearts that are kind of hard. And these are all, this is an original from the magazine. Just some text spot and some journaling tags. This is from Tim Holtz. This is an original from the magazines. This is original from the magazine. Little text spot here. This is a download. This here is a tablecloth that my mom had, and I was doing a project with it. If you see this right here, and I had painted it, and these colors, it's not showing up very well, but it goes good with this envelope that I had, and the envelope matches. I think we all know the Kirby Teasdale and the Keller and Kurtz. This here is from the Anna Griffin Elegant Embellishments, the Cricut cartridge. And it's just a little square, and then it has a little original advertisement in it. And this envelope was too long, so I cut it, made a cut spot out of it. And then in all of these envelopes, they have a little journal that has 6 to 8 pages. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 pages. I don't know exactly how many. I just stuck some together. And then this here, it's just a little piece that I had. And this is the original, some original from their magazines. And then this, of course, this is from Prima. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, the little 6x6. Then some more paper, some more Tim Holtz embossing folder. This was the download text spot. This here, I left this exposed because it kind of matched this. Another glassine bag, some more tag that I made. This here's some more of the paper. This is from another magazine, about 1968. And so I liked that picture. Some stamping down here, a little shoe. This talks about a sewing screen to like hide all your stuff. If you're living in a little apartment or something like that. That's an original from the magazines. And then on the back of this doily, this is an Anna Griffin. When I coffee dye these, then after I dip them, I throw something like that on there, and then I spray it, and then that's how all these come out. Second signature, another clothes pen. Use this. You can use this for a writing, journaling, and also like a bookmark. Have some little lace down here, trim. Tsunami Rose, some more papers, stuff. Glassine bag. I like this. Is the New York Styles Fall and Winter of 1989 catalog. It's from the original. download. This was a download. And then I just took this stamp that had the memories. Well, I had cut the Christmas off and put that on there. This is a button that I sewed on there. Another has more of the Tsunami Rose. And then another little booklet that I got from off Etsy that I just downloaded and tucked in there. This here, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's a little stamp. Another little tag. This here I accidentally printed up too big, so I thought, well, I'll put it in there, and whoever gets it can write on it if they want. This here is another download with some paper writing. Little flip there. Another doily. This here is a big pocket, and I have one of these paper bags, and it's open at both ends. Had some extra from the Anna Griffin doilies that I didn't use, and just some, you know, not everyone has a sewing room, so whoever gets this, if you have this die, just feel free to pass it on. And then I have some magazine papers in here that, I have some magazine papers in here that I didn't use, and just some little goodies. Stick that in there. So when you get that, you can take it out. Whoever gets it, they can take that out and just use it. I like that download. Another coffee dyed Anna Griffin doily. Again, another original. On the back of here, it talks about the 50th anniversary of Montgomery Ward's, and that was in 1922. Another stamp. I did some stamping there. Another original. This here, I do these in my little journals all the time. I take the scraps and I just sew them, and then I'll stick them in a paper like this and tape them, and then I just rip them off when I need them. Another little tuck spot here. This is originally what my mom's tablecloth looked like, so I just put a piece of that on there. I have a little jar that I have a bunch of little pieces of material and stuff that's too little, so I used from that. This here, again, another, this is another download, and I just put some more paper in there. More journaling pages. Another original from the magazine, tuck spot. Another tuck spot above this. This here is kind of a pleated pocket, so you can put something in it, like a booklet. This is a download. This is a download. This here material is just like what I did with the paper up front, and then I put a little, oh, you can see, put a little, sorry, someone come in. This here is some material, and then that I was doing stitch testing on, just, and then you can see I put some lace and some burlap and little Flower from Michaels. Again, another little washi tape, some lace. This here is a little tag. I just sewed some lace on it, put some seam binding lace on it. And a little tuck spot with a little few pages to journal. This here is a little tuck spot. This was kind of ripping, so I had to reinforce it. So I made a little tuck spot. This is from Tsunami Rose. Again, this here. This here was a sticker that I've had for a while, so I just put that in there. Another original from the magazine. Then this here is a piece from the piece that's back here. I'll show you. This here, I thought this was cute. My mom really liked this one. And again, this is one of her tablecloths. She liked the little kids. it's from the magazine. Just another tag. This here was like a big square doily backed on some paper, and I just cut it into 4 squares. Love this image here. She's sewing by the tree, and her little sewing basket, and then stamped. I just stamped it there. Here's a little, I don't know if you can see it, little umbrella, parasol, what they call it. Tuck spot here. This is another Anna Griffin doily. This is another pocket page here. This is a download. And this is a copy, and I just made a little tag out of it. This is a copy of a pattern that I have. Put some little eyelet, you can see in rose trend there. Just a little, another little tag from Tsunami Rose. This here is another little download. I thought this went really cute with this, so I sewed that to there, and it's a tuck spot. Another little coffee dyed paper. This here is part of the Tim Holtz. And the colors that I put on this was vintage photo, Victorian velvet, and I wanted another type of blue, but I didn't have it, so I put the peacock feather, but I toned it down. So those are the colors that are kind of incorporated in here, along with some pinks. I thought this was interesting. It is, let me show you. It talks about you two will be delighted. And it goes from a real fancy dress for $8.95 down to $5.94, all the way down to a dress at 77 cents. I couldn't imagine a dress being 77 cents like that, and I couldn't imagine a beautiful embroidered dress or needlework dress being like that, only $8.95. Wow. Anyway, here's another tuck spot. This is Tsunami Rose right here. This is original. You can see it says 1922. You see that? Again, little flowers here. I'm sorry, hearts. I was going to put flowers, but I decided to put hearts. Another little tuck spot underneath here is a little secret tuck spot with a vintage seam binding thing, and it says a little note there. Inside of here is another little journal, and then a little tag from Tsunami Rose. Just some pieces that I had in my stash. Another little tuck spot here. Other side of that advertisement. Again, a little glassine bag with just a little note in there. Another page. Coffee dye. Little tuck spot. Another little tuck spot. This is like my favorite page. One of my favorite pages. This is a little I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted. This is a little craft, like the Crafty Irina paperclip. And then this little card, it's a download, and I did put a little journaling spot and date on that. But I just thought this was cute. And it says, make this for the sun. This in 4 hours. Wow, no, I wouldn't take me way longer than that. Okay, and then little doily tuck spot, another little doily tuck spot, tracing paper. This I just made out of some paper that I had, 6x6, cut it down and then punched the edging on that. This here is the piece that I tore, and then the front of it was this other half up here. You see that? And this has like a butterfly on that, if you can see that. This here, another little download, little text spot doily. It says "so cute" on there. Then the last journal, or the last signature, this is from Tsunami Rose, and I just kind of went around it with the two different colors that I had. This here is from Michael's. It made a text spot. This is Stamped Vintage Couture, it says. I really liked this too. On this one, the signature, I put this little bag here. It's got shirts and boots, and it's also got a sewing machine. This here is like a copy of the original, only bigger. And I had made it as an add-on page, and I just did it for texture. I had crumpled it all up and texture and color. Now this is an original from I don't know if you can see it very well. The light's not, my lighting's not very well, sorry. But it's from, the writing is 1917. It's the lady's handwriting. She was a lady in our hometown, and she had to go into assisted living, but she had a lot of stuff. And it was when I first moved back to my small town, and I was able to get a lot of her things, but yeah, I really liked that. Then this here, it seems like it just keeps getting darker, don't it? This here is a little text spot over here from the add-on page. And this is from Tsunami Rose. My mom was telling me about Woolsworth. I remember, but even when she was a little girl. My mom is 83. And then just a little tag. I added some material and seam binding to it. Another little stamp. Sorry for the lighting, ladies. This here is, I did do black soot on this. And I sewed on this and just put some seam binding and some eyelet lace. Another little pattern page, tracing paper, another page that I copied from a book that I have, another Anna Griffin doily, and then just a material doily, and I did sew that on for a text spot. Another little journaling. To me, that looks like a bone, but I think it's supposed to be like maybe for yarn. I don't know, I'm not sure. This here, I put this here. I thought this was so pretty. This don't really have anything to do with sewing. This here, I just stamped on it for a little note. This has all the little different sewing notions. I thought that was interesting, and it talks about Bissell and on the back, and then silk. And all of my papers are coffee dyed, but they also have a Mexican vanilla that I got years and years ago. A relative of mine got in Mexico, so it's like not just a percentage of vanilla, it's like the pure vanilla from Mexico. So most of the pages kind of smell like coffee and vanilla. And then this here is an original. It's a 1922. Ooh, it's just getting darker. This here, I didn't sew this on here. I just kind of glued it on there and pinched it together. This here was original. It says remnants. And so I just put some material on it and sewed it on there. Then again, another little journal from Tsunami Rose. And this is another one from another Etsy shop. I don't remember which one I got. I know there's several that have that. You tuck something under there. The rest of that paper. This here has another little, I just cut a circle out, punched it out, and then put these on there. Burlap and a flower. And this here is from, I was in a swap that had library card, and you had to put tags in it. And it was with Teresa Rogers, and I do believe she's in this swap too. And so this was her ticket, her library tag. It said on the back. I'm pretty sure it was. And I thought these colors went good with it. And so I just stuck that on this paper, and then I left the back open so I could put this tag there. So Teresa Rogers, she's the one that made that adorable little library card. It's so cute. So I can't take credit for that. I want to give the credit to her. This is just a half page with a pocket tuck, and then again just some little tags that I made with my Cricut and then sewed. And this is one of the originals, and this is another tablecloth that my mom had that I was painting with. And then some more pages, and then the back I had some buttons here, and I sewed them onto this card. I did reinforce it with material so that it wouldn't go through. And then this here is just the back of it, and it's from 1923. She was in several of the magazines. So ladies, that's my journal, my flip through. Thank you for coming to watch. Any of you ladies that are from the Junk Journal Junkies, or any of my new subscribers, I want to say welcome. And to any of my old subscribers that popped in to watch, thanks for coming by. So ladies, have a great day, and God bless.